so many great players have taken the floor here at Purcell Pavilion, but only a select few get to hang their names and numbers up in those rafters there. Now, a couple of them, they are Notre Dame women's basketball assistant coaches. Beth Cunningham is one of them. The other, as you said, is Niele Ivey, who once again is getting to experience the thrill of a promising playing career, only this time it's through the eyes of her son, Jaden. Family has long been at the heart of Notre Dame women's basketball, but few in the program have seen the positive impact of that more than assistant coach Niele Ivey. A national champion is both a player and now as a coach who's experienced some of the best moments of her life right here in South Bend.
My home away from home, with my Notre Dame family, you know, with Muffet McGraw, having my coaching career to be at my alma mater has been the biggest blessing for me.
As recruiting coordinator for the Irish, Ivey has spent her fair share of time watching high school basketball. But for one specific reason, that's also become her routine off the clock as well.
I don't think she's missed a game this season, so yeah, she's always staying positive. She's always bringing me up and lifting me up as well.
Jaden Ivey, Niele's son, is a junior at Marion High School, one of the favorites this year to win a Class 3A state title in the spring.
Jaden's got to get that one to fall. I think he's good.
Now, for you as a coach, is it kind of hard to flip that switch when you go and watch Jaden's games? Because just obviously in your experience, you kind of know what it's like to have somebody 3 rows back and yelling at you, second-guessing everything.
I learned that when Jaden first started playing. I think I was more of a coach. I was like that parent, like screaming in the stands. And then I was like, all right, I can't be like that. So I've learned, you know, to kind of take a step back. I'm there for Jaden. He knows I'm 100% in his corner.
When she's out there coaching, I'm rooting for Notre Dame as well.
Jaden has spent his formative years around the Irish program, growing up on the sidelines and watching some of the best players in the entire country, an experience that's been priceless to both mother and son.
Honestly, one of the most rewarding moments of my life is to be able to have Jaden in the stands, to be able for him to see us actually win the national championship. He's seen all the preparation, he's seen all the hard work, all the long nights. So for me, one of the most memorable times, I think, as being a mother, is having him run on the floor. He met me at half court.
I was so happy for my mom. I went up and hugged her. It was crazy. It was an unbelievable experience, and I was just so happy for her because I know how hard she works.
And few understand their connection more than head coach Muffet McGraw, who's welcomed Jaden's presence the whole way.
He's grown up, he's the little brother, and now all of a sudden he's going to be the older brother to some of these girls. He's got some great genes, so I know Niele loves watching him play, and he's such a joy to her. He's really a very good basketball player, so I imagine there's going to be coaches sitting in their living room, and they're not going to pull anything past her.
You good, Jay?
That assumption has certainly rung true, especially in the past year, as Jaden's own recruitment has gained steam.
Here we go.
He's now got offers from Purdue and Notre Dame, among other Division I schools. But with the recruiter in his own home, a normally stress-filled process has been made a little simpler.
And she goes on recruiting trips and all that, so I know that I can always come talk to her when I need advice. She's going to be there for me no matter what, where I go, where I end up.
And of course, there's no reason to think these connections are anything but a positive. However, it's no surprise that having a parent whose name hangs in the rafters just provides a little more incentive every time he hits the court.
Honestly, motivation. I know my mom, all the success she's had over the past years, I mean, that's something I wanted to do. I wanted to step up my game, and I want to be something. I want people to remember me when I'm 20, maybe in the NBA someday. I want them to remember me for Jaden Ivey.
It's just really exciting for me just to be able to watch his development, to watch his growth, and to see that his hard work has been paying off.
Now, the obvious question is whether Niele's connections to Notre Dame will influence Jaden's college decision. I did ask. They both told me it's a long process. They aren't there at that stage yet. Now, ultimately, though, it is his decision. Niele's going to try to stay as unbiased as possible. She'll obviously support whatever he decides to do. We're still about 20 minutes away from tip-off between Notre Dame men's basketball and NC State, with still much more to come on ABC 57 tip-off, which continues after the break.